Hey, good afternoon, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talk. So I am in Rockport, Texas again this week. Spending a little time out here out by the water, as you can see behind me. Beautiful scenery. And today we're going to talk a little bit about just pretty much gold and silver. I know we've been talking a lot about prepping, a lot about homesteading, but a lot of eyes, including my own, are on what is going to happen with gold and silver. A lot of people are always wondering this question. Nobody knows for sure. I'm going to give you my honest take on what I expect to see, and a few different outcomes. So if we see X, then this will happen. If we see this, that will happen. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Who really knows the 100% outcome? But we're going to find out in due time. And a lot of eyes right now are on some of the events that's going to play out next month. Today we had Jerome Powell talking after the Jackson meeting. Didn't sound too promising, like we're going to raise interest rates, if we're going to see them go up again, if we're going to see them go up by 0.75%, 0.5%. We're going to see what will happen next month. One of the interesting things that I'm curious to see is going to be what's going to happen with the new CPI numbers for the month. Let me take a quick minute, though, to pause and ask you guys, if you can, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I usually spread my videos out over the week. I'll do like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Some days we talk about prepping, homesteading. Sometimes we do package openings. Sometimes we talk about ways to protect your wealth and preserve it with, in my opinion, precious metals. This is not a financial channel. It's just my opinion on such. So we're going to get into that. Now, one thing that I'm really curious about is going to be what is going to happen with the CPI numbers first next month. The CPI numbers, for those of you that don't follow them, we basically got up to 9.2. That was our recent high number, but then we dropped down to 8.5. A lot of people that, if you don't pay attention to it, then you might still think we're still around the 9 point something level, because I had one of my buddies tell me today, what, we're at 9.5, why would it come down? So technically we're at 8.5, but I don't think it's going to come down. I think we're going to see higher numbers. I think this might have been a fluke. Man, is it nice out here. Look at that. Can you guys see that real quick? Beautiful out here. I love walking. It's a new thing. I started trying to lose a little weight, walking more. Although I just had a huge barbecue. Anytime I'm in Rockport, you guys know where I like to eat. I always eat at Max Barbecue, Rockport, Texas. If you guys are ever in the area, come try it out. Tell Max Domingo that you guys heard of it on the channel. But needless to say, you know, I think the numbers are going to come out higher. I expect to see back in the 9s, maybe even a 10, because here's why. Yeah, gas prices have came down. Oil prices are down. However, if you're not including real rent and you're not including gas and oil in the inflation numbers, then technically it shouldn't really have a big effect. What would have a big effect is other things that we buy, like our food, our cost of living stuff. And those really, once they went up, they didn't really come down a whole lot yet. Yes, as they raise interest rates, we do see more people paying off their debt, more people slowing down on their spending. And I think a lot of that comes down to a lot of people are getting worried about what's going to happen. And that's why I personally like gold and silver. I'm tired of holding dollars in a bank and just watching them dollars buy less and less and less. Now, I know when I talk to friends, when I talk to some subscribers, there's a lot of frustration about premiums. Oh, but the premiums are so high. You know, yes, but you guys know who I order from. I order from Universal Coin and Bullion. I do mention their name a lot. I order specifically through Chris. If you guys need that information, it's easy to find his direct line. You can call him Monday through Friday. He works with the people. He works with a lot of the people. I actually was just reading a review about their company, And because I always read reviews on a lot of different companies. And one thing I found interesting for a bullion company, they're not a pressure company. Yes, I know there might be one person out there, one or two people that maybe they're a little pressure, but I don't feel pressured when I talk with him. He knows what I'm looking for. He knows, there's just because I'm not a collector of rare certified coins, there are people out there that are. So they're going to make their money no matter what. I'm looking for deals on bullion. Do I care if I can only buy a few? Not really. I take the deals where I can get them. So that was just a brief, quick shout out, just, to let you guys know. A lot of you guys already know him because he's in the chat room a lot of the time. So, got my Boston shirt on, Boston Red Sox, even though I'm in Texas. So back to gold and silver. So I kind of like the idea of essentially, with everything going up in price, it only makes sense that we're going to see gold and silver go up. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people out there are going to say, no, dude, gold and silver, it's been coming down. The spot price is coming down. Spot price is not a real number. I know there's going to be people out there that agree. There's no such thing as spot and physical. Okay, maybe you don't want to call it spot versus physical or paper versus physical, but there is the number that you can get it for. And despite with silver today, took another little hit. Usually lately it's been coming down on Fridays, and I think we'll probably see another slightly lower week next week. I get asked, well, why would you buy this week then? It's about buying the deals. Buying the deals. Pick a number that you feel comfortable with, that you want to buy it for, and target that number. And anything under that number, you're in it for the long haul. So you just go the motion. Keep going. Don't go bury yourself in debt with a credit card. Do I sometimes short stuff? Yeah, I do. But I'm gambling if I'm slapping it on a credit card and banking that it's going to go up in value, whether it be a crypto, whether it be gold, silver, whether it be anything. But the thing you got to think about is the interest that you're going to pay, especially right now, because they are raising interest rates. We're seeing, I expect now, it's going to be hard for them to raise 0.75% this next month. I think Jerome Powell, I originally was saying, I'm going to go with 0.75. A lot of us do a little game on Discord where you put your guess in what they're going to raise it by. But now the odds are all moving towards 0.5%. If they're only going to raise 0.5%, that's going to scare people. What I believe that will do, in my personal opinion, is that's a pivot move. A pivot move meaning they're getting scared and they can't keep raising interest rate. They can't pretend to be aggressive. And once they show that they can't be aggressive, then people are going to get scared and you will see more money flock to gold and silver. I don't know 100% if they're going to do 0.5 or 0.75 or 1/4 or 1%. But I can tell you, in my opinion, whichever one they do is going to have an effect on our gold and silver, our holdings. What would I like to see? Okay, well, if they go up 0.75%, we're going to see silver and gold keep flopping around the way it has been for the last month, with a slow, gradual downhill, unfortunately. If they only go up 1/4 or 0.5%, then I expect that we're going to see a nice little pop in it, because what they showed is that they're scared. To kind of keep going. Over here we got the Maritime Museum. You guys can see it. Just kind of cool. If you are into maritime stuff. I was in the Navy forever, so for me it's just part of life. But I love walking down here. Look at that. I love boats. I'm probably not going to walk any further down because I have to walk back too after. And if I'm not filming, it doesn't go as quick. So, the question is, what are they going to do? And nobody really knows. Jerome Powell probably already knows what he's going to do. But I think they're kind of easing the markets with their speech today by kind of letting the price set in. So no matter what they do next month, markets have already kind of factored in if they kind of give little tips about what direction they're going and this and that. I'm almost tempted to walk down this pier. That way you guys can kind of get a good look at the water. With that being said though, gold and silver, investing in gold and silver, it's a long haul. I don't want it to skyrocket. I don't want it to plunge. I mean, I guess if it plunged, that would give me an opportunity to buy more at a better price. But if it plunges, the premiums go up. The demand, if the price plunges, everybody runs and they buy whatever they can. Then the demand skyrockets, and then we're paying more for a lesser valued product. Now, what I mean by that is, I know some people are like, no, you still have an ounce, you're paying for an ounce. And that's true. I kind of want to walk out here together a little bit so you guys can see just for a minute. So if silver is sitting at, we're going to say $11 for a minute. Do I think it's going to go to 11? No. Could it? Yes. Paper priced. And what I mean by that, look at the beginning of the pandemic. Silver was 11 on paper, but yet we were paying 20 bucks. We were paying a $9 premium. If I need money tomorrow, and I need to basically, unfortunately, we'll pretend I need to sell some ounces, it's a whole lot easier for me to get, we'll say $25 for an item that's valued at 20 than it is to get $20 for an item that's valued at 11. So therefore, what I'm saying is, I like it better when the premiums are low, but the silver price is high. And is it working out to where I'm paying the same thing? Yes. But if an emergency happens, I'm not like most people. A lot of people will buy silver and gold for an investment. I value mine in ounces. My savings account is in ounces. And essentially, as they go up, yes, I have more buying power. But what happens is all the prices are going up. And so by doing that, I've got to ask, is it really beneficial for it to skyrocket? Now, yes, there is a small part of me that says, okay, I would love to see it go to 200 an ounce. Who wouldn't? You're in the community and you want to see $200 silver, you're going to make a lot of money. But at the end of the day, the prices on everything else is going to be through the roof. And then it's going to be back. I remember when we were paying $15. When we were paying $15, $16 for silver, we weren't paying the prices we're paying now for gas. I think we were paying, what, $1.98 for gas? And looking at it now, paying $3.50 depending on where you are in the country. Leave me a comment in the comment how much you're paying for gas right now. I'd love to hear it. So we're going to talk a little bit more about this. This is kind of a recap for those of you guys that are newer to the channel. For those of you guys that have been watching for a while, you kind of know my feelings on a lot of this. And we're going to see how it plays out. I'm not going to let the video get too long. People don't really like to watch long videos. But kind of wanted to put that out there. We'll see what happens. We still got a few weeks before it all goes down. I'm utilizing these few weeks to pick up the deals that I can pick up at a fair price when I can find it. I think there's a lot of opportunity right now for silver and gold. Gold is hugely unappreciated right now. I actually seen some $5 gold eagles today, 200 bucks a piece. That was true, Chris. Might be a little bit more or less depending on how you pay. That makes a big difference. So with that being said though, I mean, I still pick up a few coins here and there, whatever, and just kind of go with it. Pick them deals up. Don't wait. Everybody, once silver starts climbing, if we see silver jump next month from 1950 to 21, 22, 23, you're going to see everybody start wanting to buy it. including a lot of the subscribers. They're all going to want to jump in and start buying more. And by that point, I mean, you're paying more. If you can buy it now when you get a good deal, then you can pick them up and make the deals while you can. So with that being said, we're going to wrap up this video. I thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are still stacking. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts below. And I will see you guys again on Monday night. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.